knife.
You have to hold it back. It's too close.
Oh, you're videotaping this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. This is my knife. Hold it like this. I shaved it completely. All sides. And I made this look like I didn't shave it. Like covering it in mud and just like pushing the mud off. And then the dry mud stays on there, makes it look like what I didn't shave, and it looks more wild than regular. It was a very sharp point, just a little bit too skinny because it keeps breaking. And,
What's the uses for something like that?
well, I mean, there's, for instance, I've been up really close to a squirrel before. And if I had my bow, I could have killed it. I didn't. And this is an item that I would use to kill something. Or an item I would use to make another one of these. Which comes in handy when you're stuck in a forest. Like, really, I mean, it's not that hard to make it if you get the right wood. You have to make sure it's not too old and not too young. You have to make sure it's not bent. It's to be straight. Which, that's not very hard to find in the woods like that out there.
About how many of those have you made?
Well, I made about 3 of them today, and counting up all of them, about 10. Because I'm not allowed in that dark forest. It's honestly very dangerous down there. But if I was allowed down there, I'd probably already have 100. And, well, if I could climb a tree that high, I'd probably already have 50. Which, that's not easy to make. But how I make them is, I find the right stick, right size that a knife needs to be. Then I go up to my the stairs, concrete stairs, which are really flat and have really steep, like, steps. So what I do is I take my stick, go up to it, just grind this on the corner, grind it, until it looks completely like this. Then to flatten it, I take it, put it on the flat space and rub it there for like 2 minutes, and then it gets really flat on each side. And then I just shave the handle, cover it in mud, swipe the mud off. There you go, well-handled knife. And it's really good when you have one of these, because then if you like have a real knife that's made of metal, you can just dig in there, take another knife that you've made, stick it in there, wood glue it, and you got 2 knives. And it's also good to have this because it just looks like you're being creative and, well, sort of showing off, but it's fun to have one of these because you get to begin having an adventure, sort of. And it's fun because then I can make clothes out of the just the things I kill, and it's a fun start in your life.
Have you ever been injured while making one of these?
No. The only injury I've ever had is a little bit of dust getting in my eye, or the other injury is just accidentally scraping my finger, which almost never happens. And, well, making these is not difficult.
Thank you, Liam.
I just gotta say, it's pretty well made, this one right here. Made just today. you gotta make sure that you chip it right, or you don't want to chip it at all, because if you don't chip it right, then it's like wasting your whole knife. So you gotta be careful while grinding on the side. And that's how I chipped that right there. That's how I chipped it right there. And that's not good, because then you have to keep making this sharper because it falls off. It's sort of just like doesn't stay there as well because of this, because it's uneven. So once you make one of these, it's just like making a toy, basically. It's like making a toy maker, basically. Something that you can make toys with. Like, if these sides were sharp enough, I could take a clump of wood. If I spent like 3 days on it, I can make a little car-shaped little car. And, well, technology has upgraded right now, but it's always fun to go back and restart until you get to that point of technology. That's pretty fun. Start with knives, you move ahead.
It's fun to play with wood, huh?